So good morning, and welcome to Breaking Dawn this morning. It is Tuesday. That's right, and we are back from the long weekend, people. We will be with you until 8 o'clock. Seth Weil-Aboard will be on later. He actually has a very interesting story with two of his patients at the Holistic Health Clinic, so you want to pay attention and listen up. All right, breaking news on the on a disease there. Well, I'm going to say a disease. I believe it is cancer. And he got some very interesting news as it relates to a couple people, all right? So we'll get that as we get down into the second hour. In the meantime, we have a lot to cover. We have an entire weekend of Bacchanal to deal with. And boy, was it Bacchanal. From murders to protests to the nurses situation to accidents on the road to... it all happened, all right? So we're gonna get into it very quickly here in the headlines, so that we can take the break, come back, and go through some of the clips and that kind of thing, right? But yeah, I tell you, it ain't easy, you know, it ain't easy. So, good morning to the regional viewers, everybody watching us international. I do hope everybody had a terrific Easter weekend, despite the chaos and mayhem that may have taken place in certain areas. But that's something that the authorities have to deal with. It has to be dealt with in a very severe way now. All right? I see that Minister of Homeland Security, Roger Alexander, was in the news a bit over the weekend as well. And we'll get to some of the things that he had to say as it relates to the murder rate. We saw the dismantling of the brothel in Canupia, which was a headline in the paper, but there was so much more inside of that with names called and all of these people that were arrested that were linked to gangs and certain illegal operations that I don't think the police got enough credit based on the headline. But we'll get into that. In the meantime, what's in the news this morning? Let's get cracking with that, gentlemen. Kamala blasts CARICOM again. Put up that headline for me now. The PM challenges reappointment of Secretary General once more and is calling for transparency in the process. All right? Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar has doubled down on her criticism of the procedure utilized by Caribbean community CARICOM heads of government to reappoint Dr. Carla Barnett to a second term as Secretary General. In a social media post yesterday, Persad-Bissessar criticized CARICOM officials for failing to respond to official requests from her government for information related to Barnett's controversial reappointment during a meeting in St. Kitts and Nevis attended by her in late February. All right? Highlighting her concerns, Persad-Bissessar took umbrage at the election taking place on a boat ride to Nevis during a retreat for the CARICOM leaders, which took place after she had already departed. That would be the Prime Minister. Remember, the Prime Minister came back, she did not go attend the retreat, right? Representatives from Antigua and Barbuda and the Bahamas were also reportedly not allowed to participate when the majority decision was taken by the leaders present. And our Prime Minister said, quote, "This raises serious concerns about the use of improper procedures to circumvent the process and facilitate Barnett's reappointment." And she did suggest that the issue was not trivial, and I don't think it's trivial. I don't think it's trivial at all. As a matter of fact, I think when you look at how the Brent Thomas thing was handled, right, with the use of impacts and everything CARICOM related there, these actions mirror the madness that went on with Brent Thomas to some extent, in terms of procedures, improper procedures and so on and so forth. So that's something to be looked at, but we'll see what happens there. All right. Why this gone? Okay. Then we have Amin slams PNM over gimme culture. Look at that one now. The gimme culture. All right, she promises audits into reforestation and URP contracts. And here we go. So Minister of Rural Development and Local Government, Khadija Amin, has accused the People's National Movement of complaining about the government's programs because they are no longer benefiting from state programs. She also rejected the opposition's claim that the termination of more than 4,000 employees from the National Reforestation and Watershed Program has allegedly led to a decline in the ability of some areas to respond to bushfires. According to Amin, the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service has indicated that the number of fires being experienced at this time of the year is not out of the ordinary. And speaking with the media yesterday, she accused PNM of perpetuating a gimme culture that she claimed often fed criminality and nepotism. All right? And you can read further when you get into your paper this morning, when you get into the news or whatever. 11 people have been charged after a Coast Guard operation off Erin. 11 people charged. Look at that one. So 11 individuals have been charged following an interception by the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard off the Erin coast on Friday. The group was detained during a maritime operation and later handed over to the police. Investigations were conducted and charges were laid for immigration-related offenses. And police said the individuals are aged between 19 and 44, and the group includes 8 males and 3 females. Authorities alleged individuals are Venezuelan nationals. 9 of the accused have been charged with illegal entry. 2 others have been charged with illegal entry and aiding and abetting. All 11 individuals are expected to appear before the court in relation to the charges. So the Coast Guard working. Finally. Yes? All right. That's what we're supposed to be doing all the time. TTPS raids lead to multiple arrests over Easter weekend. Yes. So Trinidad and Tobago Police Service said multiple anti-crime operations conducted over the Easter weekend led to several arrests for ammunition-related offenses in the Southwestern Division. During an exercise in the Urupuch district around 1 a.m., officers searched a residence in Ruslack under the emergency powers regulation. 7 12-gauge cartridges were found in a bedroom. A 52-year-old male laborer and a 29-year-old female were arrested on suspicion of possession of ammunition. Both remain in police custody. And in a separate intelligence-led operation in Labre around 4:50 a.m. on Sunday, officers searched the premises in Sobo village and found 5 rounds of .45 ammunition. 4 men, ages 21 to 23, were arrested and they are expected to be charged. And it goes on to exercises that took place in Urupuch, Faizabad, Pinal, Siparia, etc., etc., etc. All right? Also, Trinidad and Tobago will table the US-linked border security bill on Friday. So, a bill, the border security, a bill for Trinidad and Tobago to work with the United States for more effective border security is expected to be presented in Parliament on Friday. The bill is expected to become one of the major tools, particularly concerning transnational crime, according to Government House of Representative Leader Barry Padarat. Padarat indicated this at last week's cabinet media briefing after being asked about the Prime Minister's recent announcement about working with the U.S. to roll out border security measures. And he said the House will meet on Friday on the proposed legislation for this. All right? So we're going to see what that legislation is all about as it relates to any partnership between Trinidad and Tobago and the United States of America and border security, which is much needed and welcomed. Well, at least for me, I don't bring in nothing illegal. I don't know about the dudes that do. You know what I mean? I don't know what they're feeling like. THA Tourism Secretary thanks Trinis for good Easter weekend. Domestic tourism booming. Yep, let me get that one now, domestic tourism. Yes. So, Secretary of Tourism, Zorisha Hackett, is saying a heartfelt thank you to Trinidadians as she declared domestic tourism booming for the Easter weekend. Thousands of Trinidadians flocked to the island for the 4-day weekend with airline tickets sold out weeks in advance. And after a lot of complaints from tourism stakeholders. Caribbean Airlines added additional flights to meet the heightened demand, and additional sailings were also added to maximize sea routes to transport visitors to the island for the holidays. And according to Hackett, 20,241 passengers will use the sea bridge between April 1st and the 9th. All right. She said the figures were provided by Infrastructure Minister Jolene John based on 42 sailings utilizing the Buko Reef, APT James, Galleon's Passage, and the Blue Wave Harmony ferries. All right. All right. So, well, I wouldn't say it's domestic tourism is booming. This was the Easter weekend. It's expected. What you want is sustainable tourism. Yes? It can't be seasonal tourism. We need sustainable tourism. And unfortunately, we're not going to get sustainable tourism unless we deal with the crime situation. That's a foregone conclusion. So if these idiots and them still running around the place shooting each other and killing each other, and nobody and we don't get a grip of that, you're not going to get anything sustainable. And by the way, what we want as well, and it's the same thing that goes to Carnival. We talk about so many people coming to the country for Carnival. But who really coming? Caribbean people? Trinidadian people coming back home? Or Europeans? North Americans? Australians? Asians? You know? Who really coming in? You know what I'm saying? If we have if that is our premier or primary tourist attraction, then it's supposed to attract people from all over the world, not just people within the diaspora. You know what I'm saying? We have to expand. And we can't expand into those new markets because those people from Scandinavian countries and people from all over, they're not going to come here if crime continues the way it's continuing. People want to come to a safe place. And unfortunately, Trinidad and Tobago is still on the watch list of countries in terms of crime on that travel advisory. We're still there. So until you see, everything is dependent on how we deal with this crime situation. You understand how we get to grips with it? So once again, so while domestic tourism was booming over the Easter weekend, that's the Easter weekend. You understand? Just saying. I don't mean to put a dark cloud over the good weekend that you all had, but that is the fact and the reality. Sustainable tourism, that's what we're looking for. Alexander promises harsh response to violent criminal acts. Yes? Let me get that one now. Yes. He's on unhappy murders continuing apace despite the SOE. Responding to reports that a man was beaten and threatened with sodomy if he could not pay $20,000 in cash, Minister of Homeland Security and Tudupuna MP Roger Alexander said such attacks were unacceptable and warned that a firm, decisive response from law enforcement was necessary to maintain order. Okay? Now listen, what I saw here, I'm going to read it to you in case you missed it. But according to police reports, a man who works at a Tunapuna bar was called into the stockroom by his boss early on Saturday morning. On entering the stockroom, the man reported that he was beaten by two men who then doused him with several chemicals including bleach, paint thinner, and disinfectant. He said he was pinned down as one of his attackers pressed a power drill against his anus. He was then threatened with a tin of disinfectant and a blowtorch, as one of the men threatened to place an egg in his anus. He was ordered to pay the cash by Saturday afternoon. They say pay $20,000 by Saturday or else. Right? Now, hold on, eh? Alexander is talking about the possibility that retired police officers with years of experience could be brought in to assist the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service in their work. Right? Now, I'm not seeing anything in this article, maybe it's in another article, where anybody's in custody for this. I mean, the article goes in to tell you about what happened to the man, or the man's account of what happened, and then it goes into Roger Alexander talking about extortion, and he mentions the Commissioner of Police, and the work that the police need to do, and assistance from local and foreign experts to strengthen the investigative skills of local law enforcement, and so on and so forth. So he's talking about all of this. But he's talking about successful prosecutions, everything that sounds just about right, okay? That should be in the conversation in terms of the fight against crime, right? But in nowhere in this article do I see where they actually apprehended anybody for committing these acts on this person. Now, like I said, I don't know if it's in another article, but I haven't seen anything saying that anybody's in custody. Which should be a foregone conclusion, very easy, because they're saying it is, the man was called into this stockroom by his boss. I'm very sure that he knows who his boss is, and he knows which bar you're working in. You understand? So at least one or two people supposed to be in custody answering some questions as it relates to this particular report. Or at least we ought to think so. Yes? And finally, the TTNNA highlights extreme stress on healthcare workers amid staffing crisis. The Trinidad and Tobago National Nurses Association has claimed a casualty in its ongoing industrial relations battle with the NCRHA. And the president, Edie Stewart, claimed that a senior doctor who heads the department at the Eric Williams Medical Sciences Complex in Mount Hope died suddenly after completing an extended shift over the Easter long weekend. While Stewart declined to speculate over the exact cause of death, he suggested that it may have been as a result of him and his colleagues being forced to fill gaps left by the action taken by his membership over the past few weeks. Really? So they overwork him to death. That's what Edie Stewart is basically saying. I want to ask, I want to find out, I got a report from an anonymous source on Saturday. And I don't know, maybe the president of the Nurses Association could probably address this. I am being told, it is alleged, that nurses, there is a dormitory for doctors to rest. Has this come up now? It's very interesting that this article came up, and this happened, and just on Saturday, information came to me. Like I say, for the last 10 years, that's what people just do. Stefan, so and so is the case, ting, blah, blah, blah. But don't call my name, right? Fine, no problem. Never call nobody name yet. But I have gotten a lot of good information and complaints from people in that sector for the last 10 years. And for the last 10 years, or over that 10-year period under the previous administration, that guy there wasn't so vocal. Amid all the madness that people was reporting, was never this aggressive. But nevertheless, forgetting that, the information coming to me is that there is a dormitory or a room for doctors who are on long hours at Mount Hope Hospital, Eric Williams Medical Sciences Complex. And when the doctors are doing these long hours, this room is used for them to rest. So they usually go into that room and they will take a rest, and then, they take a little 5 and thing and whatever, and they come back out and they go back into surgery or whatever they have to do, right? I am being told by an anonymous source, and it is alleged, that the nurses have locked the doctors out of that room. So it's very interesting that that information comes to me on Saturday. Saturday morning, got a call. Person say, well, boy, I want to talk on the phone. Where I say, I would book area, I don't think. They come and they leave where they were to come and check me. Right? And it is a person in the healthcare system. That's all I'll say. And they say, look, Dan, you want to talk, but it have a room that the doctors has used for rest. And the way that they term it to me is the nurses as the gangster, the doctors out of the room. That's how the man put it to me. Huh? You would or you wouldn't? Or you believe that? Right? So, I am saying, that's exactly what man tell me. And they have the key and they lock them out. Right? Now, in my own little zone, I don't know how the thing does work inside of there, and I don't know what doctors just go through in the hours and while they're making the wrongs and whatever. But I know those hours aren't hard. It ain't easy. Right? And for the nurses as well, those hours aren't easy to be working and to deal with patients and that kind of patients and patient care and so on and so forth, right? So I know it's a very, it's a tough job, right? But if that is true, right? If that is true, because based on what I read in here, he is saying that a senior doctor who heads a department died suddenly after completing an extended shift over the Easter weekend. He declined to speculate, right? But he said this demonstrates the extreme stress, the extreme anxiety, the extreme workload, often beyond human limits, beyond sustainable limits, if this continues. And sadly, it has caused the loss of one of our colleagues. And I want to ask, so when people were signing off on 400 hours of work, 400 hours of work, how nobody and drop down and dead? Because that is the overtime hours that Dr. Gopi Singh and they are claiming was being signed off for. 200 to 400 hours of work. That is real work. You do that calculation. Right? That is real work. So how nobody can drop down? And they keep contradicting themselves. And I'll tell you how they keep contradicting. A guy wrote an article over the weekend in one of the papers. And let me see if I could find the article here. As I on that now. And when I read the article, I say, no, the guy has a point. Right? Let me see if I find this article. I have it here. Right? I have it here. Boom, 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 boom. No, not that one. I know I have it here somewhere, I don't want to take up too much time looking for this article, But, okay, I will try and find it, because I know I have it here somewhere. But the amount of things happened over the weekend, I really had to go back and, But I have it somewhere here. You must see on my phone, that's now. Maybe it's on my phone, I didn't send it. Let me see. I want to read part of that article. Oh, look at right here. No, wrong one. Oh gosh, boy. And I find the article, boy, I know I screenshot the article, because what the guy was saying was so true. And I and all didn't look at it like that until I read the article. I gotta find the article, boy. I don't know where it's gone. All right. I wonder if I put it on. I wonder if it's on this phone. There's somewhere people. It as I only know this thing now. Look at right here. That's why I ain't sending it. I saved it on the wrong phone. It was a letter of the day to one of the papers, right? And the headline was, "Can patients trust nurses?" That's the headline. And this is what the guy wrote. A guy from Las Cuevas, Daniel Thomas. And this is what he wrote. Trust is the quiet contract that underpins every healthcare system. It is what allows a patient to lie on a hospital bed, vulnerable and uncertain, and believe that those standing over them are guided first and foremost by duty of care. It is precisely because of this sacred trust that the recent wave of protest action by nurses raises a deeply uncomfortable question: can patients trust nurses? Let us be clear from the outset, nurses are indispensable. They are the backbone of the healthcare system, and no reasonable citizen would dispute their value. However, value alone cannot shield any profession from scrutiny when actions begin to conflict with responsibility. I tell you, it's a terrific letter today. He goes on to say, a central grievance raised by nurses is that of excessive workload. Yet, in the same breath, there is a strong insistence on maintaining and even expanding access to overtime and extra duty arrangements. This presents a contradiction that the public cannot ignore. If the system is already strained to the point of burnout, why is there such eagerness to preserve the very mechanism that extends working hours beyond normal limits? That's a hell of a good question, One cannot credibly argue exhaustion while simultaneously defending the continuation of extended shifts at premium rates. Make sense? More troubling is the nature of the protest action itself. Threats to withdraw extra duty services and the escalation of protests place the healthcare system in a precarious position. Hospitals in Trinidad and Tobago are not abstract institutions, they are lifelines. When services are disrupted, it is not a government that suffers first, but the ordinary citizen, the elderly awaiting care, the parent with a sick child, the accident victim in urgent need of attention. In such moments, the question of trust moves from philosophical to painfully real. There is also the matter of compensation, which requires a balanced and honest examination. Nurses have rightly pointed out that their base salaries have not kept pace with modern economic realities, a situation that developed over many years. However, it is equally true that significant overtime and extra duty payments have, in practice, supplemented these earnings. Reports indicate that some of these arrangements evolved in ways that were not formally structured or uniformly agreed upon within the established framework of compensation. And now, as efforts are being made to regularize and standardize these payments, there is resistance. Notably, there has been no widespread call from management to retroactive recovery of past overpayments, a decision that, by any fair assessment, reflects a measure of restraint. Yet, instead of recognizing this, the response has been escalation. And this brings us to a broader and more difficult question. should healthcare workers, by virtue of the critical nature of their role, be treated as essential services in the same way as the police and protective services. In many parts of the world, essential workers operate under strict limitations when it comes to industrial action, precisely because the cost of disruption is measured in human lives, not in convenience. It is a debate that Trinidad and Tobago can no longer avoid. Context also matters. The salary challenges now being highlighted did not emerge overnight. They are rooted in a prolonged period of delayed negotiations and unresolved adjustments spanning the last decade. While it is convenient to direct frustration at the present administration, it must be acknowledged that current engagements are, in fact, attempts to address inherited issues rather than create them. Equally noteworthy is the timing and intensity of the current protest. For much of the past decade, industrial action at this scale was limited. And this is what I didn't talk all this last week. Today, however, the escalation is sharp and sustained, giving rise to legitimate questions about whether there are factors beyond the stated grievances influencing the current posture. None of this is to deny that nurses deserve fair compensation, proper recognition, and safe working conditions. They do. But with professional duty comes professional accountability. The public's trust is not unconditional. It is earned and maintained through actions that consistently place patient welfare above all else. At its core, this issue is not about choosing between nurses and the state. It is about safeguarding the patient. When industrial action begins to blur that priority, even unintentionally, trust begins to erode. And once trust is weakened in healthcare workers, it is not easily restored. That was written by a guy named Daniel Thomas from Las Cuevas. And I want to tell Daniel Thomas this morning, it is reading articles like that that gives me hope that there are people in this country that can see an issue, dissect it critically think about it, right? And share their thoughts in that manner that you just shared it there. That is absolutely, which is 100% sensible. And I said this last week. Why has this audited report that has exposed this $30 million in overtime triggered such aggressive action? When for 10 years, you sat on your behind and you whispered, oh gosh, we could get a salary increase. When all it was whispering and tiptoeing, and all of a sudden now, you're loud and you're aggressive. But here's the thing. In this letter of the day here, written by this gentleman, he mentions that the lack of salary negotiations to bring their salary from 2013 up to current times was offset by all these overtime payments, right? So it was a way to kind of balance the thing. It was balancing it off now. And I want to believe it was balancing it off way better than any salary negotiation that they could have had with the CPU. We're talking $30 million plus in overtime on an annual basis, according to the reports, right? That takes you way above, I believe, any increase that you could have gotten. So there was feed-in, was a feed-in frenzy. Let me put it that way then. And now that the feed-in frenzy has come to an end, because there has to be a reason why that guy there has sat on his behind for the last 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. For the last 12 to 13 years, and not dealt with one bargaining period for nurses. There has to be a reason. Any logical thinking person would know that. Or at least ask that question. How 4 bargaining periods, and use the association head, and for 4 bargaining periods, all you do nothing, all you negotiate nothing, all you come to no agreement, nothing. But that ain't the issue, you know. Forget that. Overtime is the issue. But while you're clamoring for overtime and overtime payments and rates, you're saying at the same time your nurses overworked, it have a burnout factor, and you have a shortage of nurses in the system. Logic tells me that if the NCRHA is cutting out all the waste and mismanagement, and they find out 30 million here, and they find out 5 million here, and they find out 10 million here, you don't think that all that money that they're finding that should not have been paid, or they're cutting out little corruption or whatever, could go towards filling the gaps to absorb nurses into the system? Of course it can. That's what happens when you cut out bad spending or whatever the case might be, or corruption or whatever. You find money to do other things. So this whole situation with these nurses, I agree with the guy 100% who wrote that article. Nurses are supposed to be valued. Nobody in disputing that. Nobody in disputing the fact that all you deserve to be paid your fair wage. I am not disputing the fact that you are the lowest paid healthcare workers probably in the world, or one of the lowest paid, and that your salaries need to be, brought up to current times, right? To current economic standing. However, I said it on day one, and I repeat it again. I cannot support the abandonment of your job dealing with sick people. Because like the guy said, it's in the government that go and feel the brunt of this, you know. The people who are feeling the brunt of this directly is your sister and your brother and your auntie and your nene and the neighbor around the corner and the teacher who teach you in school and the little children and your friend's son and the daughter and all of them. Is those are the people. So you are I don't know. We go get some thoughts on that when we come back and take the calls. We got to take the break. All right, so stay tuned. We'll be back after this with some phone calls, and we're going to take calls from now straight up because it have a lot to cover over this weekend. We'll be back. Hello, Stephen Reese Productions. Yes, run Stephen Run registration, $200. What are you getting? Listen, people, we know that a lot of 5Ks these days make it about what you're getting. But at Stephen Reach Productions, we focus on what we are giving. This year, we are dealing with children living with autism through the Autistic Society of Trinidad and Tobago. We give to the athletes with the largest prize structure of any 5K in Trinidad and Tobago, from $5,000 first place to $500 10th place. What do we give? You get a t-shirt, you get your customized medal, and of course you do get a complimentary breakfast, along with all of the other promotions going on that morning, including your bread. Yeah, you're getting your bread. So I will see you at Run Stephen Run Sunday, April 26, 6 a.m. at QRC. Go get registered right now. You can register online at trinbagoevents.com, or if you prefer to pay cash, you can go to sports and games outlets nationwide and get registered today. If you have any problems, call 345-3380 or 482-5531. And remember, sometimes the best way to get is to give. See you at Run Stephen Run.
Feeling distance in your relationship or sensing someone interfering between you and your partner? Connect with Pandit Anirudh, known for powerful and result-oriented love solutions. His effective love spells have helped many reunite with lost partners. If you face family conflict, marriage issues, negativity, or financial stress, his strong mantras bring quick relief. Know what lies ahead in your love life and future through powerful astrology readings. Many lives have changed. Now it's your turn. Contact +1 868 278 0399.
Let the rhythm inspire you at the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival 2026. Pure Jazz. Tuesday, May 5th, Grammy-winning Esperanza Spalding. Then on Thursday, May 7th, Branford Marcellus Quartet. May 6th, Kingdom Night, Gospel Powerhouse Thai Tribet. Ada AE. Then feel the rhythm at Caribbean Fusion. Friday, May 8th, featuring the original Wailers with Al Anderson. Skip Marley, Cast the Band. Imran Nerdy, Dexter Daps. World Beats. Saturday, May 9th, Afrobeat sensation Thames. Princess Lover, X-Man, Lou City, October 4, and Ella May. The Ultimate Celebration, Sunday, May 10th, featuring the legendary Billy Ocean. Beverly Knight, Mervyn Wilkinson, R&B icons Brandy and Monica. Online tickets available at stluciajazzandartsfestival.com.
Ostomy care is a unique and intimate condition that can seem challenging for individuals afflicted by it. At Better Life Ostomy Care, they understand and offer a wide range of products and services that will allow ostomates to lead a better life. From colostomy and urostomy pouches, paste and powders, antibacterial wipes, Brava strips, deodorants, gloves, gauze, bed liners, and much, much more. They also have RN care available for ostomy home care with affordable starter packages. No need to look for nurse or supply, everything is just a phone call away. Better Life Ostomy Care is located at number 4 Mosque Street, Caroni. You can call them at 308-6709 or 472-5878 or visit their website at www.betterlifeostomycareTT.com to find out more about their offerings. You can also write to them at betterlifeostomycareTT@gmail.com or find them on Facebook. Better Life Ostomy Care, servicing ostomates with a better quality of life.
Earlier, you see this Lord Kitchener legacy? Get your tickets now.
On Saturday, April 18th, which is the 104th birthday of Lord Kitchener, come be a part of the Lord Kitchener legacy at Napa. A musical extravaganza celebrating the works of this grand master with proteges like Chuck Gordon, Terry Lyons, Gypsy, Pink Panther, Anselm Douglas, Young Brother, College Boy Jesse, and a chip off the old block himself, Colonel Roberts. Special guest appearances by the Lydian Singers and Super Podman Dane Gulston.
Backing band, the renowned Vince Rivers and the Soca Unit.
MC Alan the Entertainer. One show only. Saturday, April 18th. Napa. Showtime 6 p.m. Tickets $300 and $250 with a limited amount of early bird tickets now on sale at $15 less. When it done, it done.
Available at islandetickets.com. Crosby's, GAC Electrical, opposite Starlight, Diego Martin Main Road, Jumbo Foods Barataria, All Kenny Sports, Western Union, Tuna Boona, All Extra Foods, Supermarket, Anthony's by the Park, Palini Drugs, San Fernando. For more info, call 491-1802. The Lord Kitchener's Legacy.
Do share in one, yeah?
Ile, Ijosin, Otura, Meje, Awo, Oshuna presents the annual Organ Festival 2026. Sunday, 12th April from 3 p.m. sharp at number 22 Church Street, Matarita, Arima. For more information, call 388-4606 or 464-9258. The annual Organ Festival 2026 is on.
air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsain, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
You will not deny that this is the maddest place on earth, and we go shout from the top of the mountains. This is the greatest place, our great escape, my favorite space, the maddest place on earth. Would you believe me when I tell you? Better you come and take a sample. A little bit is still a lot to handle, but you can find no other example. We really have a different kind of style. The elders teach it to me as a child, and this is how we know that we are alive. Fancy people never need to go to start a vibe. It's Vinci time, June and July. You need to fly down to the maddest place on earth. Can't tell no lie.
Astrologer Mohit Ji is known for providing insightful astrology guidance for complex life situations, dealing with love confusion, delayed marriage, partner distancing, or serious relationship breakdowns. His approach focuses on understanding the root cause and guiding you toward the right path. If financial instability or business setbacks are affecting you, his spiritual remedies may support positive change. With psychic reading, horoscope analysis, and palm insights, he offers practical clarity. His services also include protection from negative energies and removal of bad luck. Call at +1 868 334 2796.
All right, people, so we're back. I just got off the phone with somebody there to check in on the allegation of doctors being locked out of this dormitory. So they're going to check in on it and see if that information is legitimate. Because I'm telling you, people who just bring information to me just so. Okay? It don't happen just so. Now, having said that, I want to go straight to the phone lines. 327-7400. Now, I know I went a little long in the open, but we had a lot to cover. We have a lot to cover. It's a real thing that we still didn't talk about yet. So I'm just going to ask that you just keep it within reason with your phone calls. I know some people just go 3 and 4 and 5 minutes. I don't want nobody going 3 and 4 and 5 minutes. So let me just keep it quick, sharp, to the point on any issue that took place over the weekend. It doesn't have to be specific to anything I was talking about. So let's go. 327-7400. All right. Anything that pop up over the weekend, I understand it had a shooting in Chinapo at a children party. You have the footage of it? Pull it up there for me. Just a minute. All right, hold on. Don't put the audio. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, morning.
Morning. Go ahead, share your thoughts.
Yeah, this whole situation reeks of politics. The issue here, as far as I'm concerned, I haven't seen any proposal put forward by the nurses. So it means that cannot say the industrial court which will end this impasse almost immediately. There are certain few who have been benefiting from this overtime, and they are the ones that are actually making the noise. So it calls for what are the alternatives that the government have in order to fix this.
Right.
Some of them is to hire foreign nurses on contract, which part they won't be able to get involved in these kind of situations. Other thing is to privatize certain aspects of the hospital and pass it on to the private sector. There's also about affordable medical insurance. And I talk about affordable medical insurance, but everybody will have access to any medical institution in Trinidad and Tobago, which puts an end to this. And
Okay.
since they are now encouraging things that will cause patients to die, is this not seditious? Cannot the leader of this person be charged for sedition? Because there are others who are charged for sedition for lesser things than this. So we need to look at what are the options available, and I don't think that the president of the Nurses Association did that. So while we're talking about respect for nurses and so forth, I think that has already been in place. But it's politics, and a selective few who is benefiting from this nonsense.
All right, no problem, thanks. That was about a minute 24. I could live with that. A minute 24, I could live with. Hello, good morning. Caller, yeah, go ahead, share thoughts.
Yeah, how we judging the overtime with the nurses? Because if it's 400 hours in terms of overtime, there's like 14 hours a day. But what is the numbers of nurses?
Well, well, okay. To be fair, we need clarity on that. How many nurses were benefiting from these overtime hours?
Yeah, because
How much?
It might be.
How many nurses was taken home? How many nurses was taken home between 60 and 80,000 every 3 months? Things like that.
Right,
We need some more clarity on that. So Gopi Singh has to come out and give that information.
And that needs to elaborate some more, because if you work in 8 hours a shift, right? And you end up working for 12 hours or 14 hours. Not everybody will work the same amount of hours in terms of overtime.
Right.
Somebody will come, somebody wouldn't come, somebody will work longer than others. So what is the range of individuals working
those extended hours, yes.
Those
all right.
Extended hours, right? And it will work. It may work out to the cost, but again, the nurses have somebody before them, right? Or the superiors have somebody before the accountant and HR and the CPO, because they are allowing it to take place. And
all
we
right.
have seen these things at all, right?
Okay.
In terms of
Quickly,
right? In terms of CARICOM, what is the quorum to start a meeting with CARICOM? How many members they need to attend to start a meeting?
Okay. Fair question.
We need to know that, because
okay.
Every CARICOM leader can't attend every session.
Well,
so what
they were all there for that meeting, eh?
They were all there for this meeting.
But all CARICOM heads was there, and then the vote took place on our boat ride to retreat, according to what the PM is saying. So those are things. That's something else we could sort. We had to get some information on. But I had to go to our next call. All right. Yeah, man. But that's all fair questions. I have no problem with those questions. Hello, good morning. Give me some questions to ask, man. Good. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Stefan. Good morning.
Morning, my dear. You ain't come to Chunky the doctor, but I handle it. Don't frighten. Go ahead.
Well, you didn't invite me properly. You said you had a cook. That's the last thing I heard you say.
All right, cool.
So listen. Yes. You know that article, that is very refreshing, because I was trying to calculate the hours myself and it wasn't making sense. And that explains, as you rightly said, why they were not agitating for their increase. And in relation to what was just said by the other caller about how many nurses were
Benefiting,
so to speak, right?
Yeah.
Yes. The fact is, they operate as one body. And if you do not support their initiatives, so to speak, right? You will be ostracized, you understand? So
Okay.
that is my take on it. Well,
Okay.
congrats to the Coast Guard. They came out of their hibernation. And in the meantime, whilst the police were apparently in one area,
All right.
mayhem is being continued in another area. Okay, thanks.
All right, cool, no problem, yeah. Agud again. Hello, good morning. Morning.
Morning, Stefan. How you going, man?
Yeah, go ahead.
Stefan, there's no situation. There's something like the twin to when Gary Griffith was police commissioner and he had to deal with the overtime in the police service.
Yeah.
Let me tell you,
Very similar.
Everything in this country is so intertwined, and it all stems from one particular place, and we all know where that comes from. And unless we don't fix and change that, I know whosoever has to deal with that will get pushback, lot of pushback, and they'll have to really have a strong back to deal and change the culture and the mentality of how it is operating in Trinidad and to weed out all this corruption and things that are taking place. And I think it starts, and this government is taking the stand. They're going to get pushback, but that is okay. But concerning the shooting will take place, well, we're expecting to see a lot of pregnant women in front of Parliament with their hands up, kneeling down in protest. I'm waiting to see that. And you see with the accident, like they say, when you don't listen, you just feel. The Prime Minister was begging people in this country to change their attitude and their behavior. How they just drive on the road and all kind. They want to kill she. They want to do all kind of things. They say, well, all kind of stupid man with the faces look like they blow back a bamboo when they was busting for Diwali. Criticize and say all kind of things of poor people and oppression and things. Who it is now?
Yeah.
Taking care of all these dead people who losing their lives on the highway. Have a good morning, Stefan.
All right, no problem. Thanks a lot. Yeah, real accidents on that road, boy. People I don't know what people doing on that road now. And here the thing, there was a headline. I will ask the director to put it up for me, there was a headline over the weekend. I had a laugh, yes? Hello, morning.
Yeah, morning, Stefan.
Yes, I.
No, unfortunately, everybody going to get caught up in this corrupt issue of overtime with the nurses, who wasn't participated. They're going to suffer some, a consequence for it, and then obviously those who participate are going to be most hurt about it. But I want to give you an idea of how it does work here. As a police working a 24/48 shift, it is take about 8 weeks to make 100 hours overtime, and 100 hours overtime is about $3,000, right? Working a 24/24 shift, it will take 4 to 5 weeks to work 100 hours in overtime, and well, you would make about $3,000 doing that, right?
Okay.
But as the caller before rightly say, he beat me to it. I was going to say, when Gary Griffith came in and he tried to reduce on overtime in the police service, everybody was rejoicing that he was dealing with corruption and the police corrupt. And all of a sudden now, something wrong with the same overtime system that have the same kind of face but in a different government department.
Right.
But, I could understand, I want to close by saying I could understand the nurses, because there would be nurses who didn't participate in that kind of corruption.
Right.
And they would be very hurt by anything you're doing to clamp down on them, honestly trying to make a little thing to pay their rent or whatever the case. I'm feeling sorry for them, because I know how that overtime thing did affect me when I was there. Morning, everybody.
All right, nice one. Yeah, look, I'm saying that we're going to come back to the phone lines after the break, right? I'm going to the break one time. I'm saying that, look, we understand the plight of the nurses. Nurses, we hear in here, we value you, we treasure you, we think you deserve your just due. Okay? However, something just ain't adding up in the whole situation. All right? The actions of your president, little questionable. All right? That's all I say. And he contradicted himself, which is never good when you're trying to get a point across. But nevertheless. Put up the woman killed for me, that headline very quickly. Woman killed. This was the woman killed. This was the lady in Couva, condolences going out to her family, right? Now, this was in one of many accidents over the long weekend. But look at the headline. Woman killed as rain causes crashes across Trinidad. Really? The rain caused it? You ain't crash because you might have been speeding, or maybe you wasn't paying attention, or maybe you was on your phone, or something like that. It wasn't that. It was the rain. So, we go into milli-vanilli thing and blame it on the rain, right? The rain causes crashes across Trinidad and Tobago. Rain. Rain. My father always tell me, son, wet road, you don't play. Especially, you know that road, you know them kind of road, director. When rain fall, it has been shiny, shiny, shiny. And man just feel it's nice road. And yeah, and yeah, best tires. You dig it? I fed up see people driving like that, passing on the highways, whoosh. You know as though, when rain falling, you slow down, you take your time. Because wet road ain't easy. But don't blame it on the rain. It's any rain that causes the crashes. It's the drivers. Some may not have been the real cause of the accident. You could have gotten into accident because some idiot on the road driving for himself and not everybody else, and you end up a victim in the whole thing and part of an accident. Or worse yet, dead. You understand? All that time. We just had a long weekend before this one and a long weekend before that. It's almost three back-to-back long weekends we had. Back-to-back-to-back. And every long weekend, we keep hearing about accidents. We's all the problem. Take the break. When we come back, we'll go back to the phone lines. Hello? Stephen Reese Productions? Yes, run Stephen Run registration, $200. What are you getting? Listen, people, we know that a lot of 5Ks these days make it about what you're getting. But at Stephen Reach Productions, we focus on what we are giving. This year, we are dealing with children living with autism through the Autistic Society of Trinidad and Tobago. We give to the athletes with the largest prize structure of any 5K in Trinidad and Tobago, from $5,000 first place to $500 10th place. What do we give? You get a t-shirt, you get your customized medal, and of course you do get a complimentary breakfast, along with all of the other promotions going on that morning, including your bread. Yeah, you're getting your bread. So I will see you at Run Stephen Run Sunday, April 26, 6 a.m. at QRC. Go get registered right now. You can register online at trinbagoevents.com, or if you prefer to pay cash, you can go to sports and games outlets nationwide and get registered today. If you have any problems, call 345-3380 or 482-5531. And remember, sometimes the best way to get is to give. See you at Run Stephen Run.
Astrologer Mohit Ji is known for providing insightful astrology guidance for complex life situations. Dealing with love confusion, delayed marriage, partner distancing, or serious relationship breakdowns. His approach focuses on understanding the root cause and guiding you toward the right path. If financial instability or business setbacks are affecting you, his spiritual remedies may support positive change. With psychic reading, horoscope analysis, and palm insights, he offers practical clarity. His services also include protection from negative energies and removal of bad luck. Call at +1 868 334 2796.
Ostomy care is a unique and intimate condition that can seem challenging for individuals afflicted by it. At Better Life Ostomy Care, they understand and offer a wide range of products and services that will allow ostomates to lead a better life. From colostomy and urostomy pouches, paste and powders, antibacterial wipes, Brava strips, deodorants, gloves, gauze, bed liners, and much, much more. They also have RN care available for ostomy home care with affordable starter packages. No need to look for nurse or supply, everything is just a phone call away. Better Life Ostomy Care is located at number 4 Mosque Street, Caroni. You can call them at 308-6709 or 472-5878 or visit their website at www.betterlifeostomycareTT.com to find out more about their offerings. You can also write to them at betterlifeostomycareTT@gmail.com or find them on Facebook. Better Life Ostomy Care, servicing ostomates with a better quality of life.
Ile, Ijosin, Otura, Meje, Awo, Oshuna presents the annual Organ Festival 2026. Sunday, 12th April from 3 p.m. sharp at number 22 Church Street, Matarita, Arima. For more information, call 388-4606 or 464-9258. The annual Organ Festival 2026 is on.
Are you living with pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes? Manage it with the unique Jameson 100% complete multivitamin with 400 micrograms of chromium to lower blood glucose, lutein for your eyes, B vitamins for energy, vitamin C and lycopene for antioxidant support. Take a step towards a healthier tomorrow and make the proactive switch to Jameson today.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
If you want to be a better chef at home or advance your professional career, Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy is the best place to be. Some of the courses that we offer here at the Academy: Creative National Cuisine 1 and 2, Baking and Pastry 1 and 2, Kids Summer Cooking Classes, one-day classes at the workshop. We have Asian cooking classes and certificating culinary arts, food lovers and professionals. Start your culinary journey today with us at the Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy.
Why just manage disease when you can reverse it? At Setwaya's Holistic Health Clinic, we don't just mask symptoms, we focus on reversing illness naturally. Imagine freedom from medications and the cycle of dependence. Our approach dives deep into uncovering root causes without herbs, tonics, or medications. From diabetes and heart disease to mental health, obesity, and more, our personalized care is transforming lives. Ready to begin? Book your consultation today, either in our San Fernando office or online. Call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Your health journey starts now at Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic, where transformation is within reach.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson, provide consultation services in areas of diabetes detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Twin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Master Ganesh Bhargav offers powerful guidance for all kinds of life problems, doubts, confusion, protection needs, and clarity. His astrology practice comes from a powerful ancestral tribal lineage with over 500 years of astrological and spiritual practice. Bhargavji does not dominate or pressure clients. Instead, he focuses on fixing problems with care and balance. His reunion love spells and death reversal spells are designed to restore harmony and provide lifetime protection. This is not individual effort alone, but collective spiritual power working for you. Many clients notice strong positive changes within a few sessions. Call +1 868 347 2350.
But, you know, I had a shoops there, you know. I had a shoops there. I really had a shoops there. It's about a picture going on in some chats now, in our WhatsApp chat, with the Prime Minister and Dave Tanku in church. They're going to church, you know. And the person puts in the chat, connect the dots. So everybody confused. But I wouldn't even repeat it. I wouldn't even, it's so stupid. It just, you know, I really don't like stupid people around me, you know. I feel like I go exit that chat. I can't be around stupid people, you know. I'm telling you, you know. And for those of you out there, to all those children out there, school children still on holidays, right? They start back next week, right? Yeah. The school children still on holidays, right? Right. Let me just tell you school children this. I know some of them up. There's Watch Your Show. I met a young man up in Brazil Village for the corridor competition over the weekend. You have the, as I mentioned it now, I really wasn't going there, but if you had the little highlights of it, the little clip I sent in with me cooking the pot. So who was cooking? Well, if I stir in the pot, what is I doing? What are you trying to say? I trying to make so my you feel like you're Korea, doc? Chef, no, chef was a judge. Chef ain't touch no pot. I died, my cousin's the cook. All right. But I was up in the corridor competition there on Sunday in Brazil Village. Just come back to me, Chef. Well, Chef and Tommy. Chef Tommy was there too. You can just come back to me there. We met a lot of people up there. I swear I was the MP for the area. But no, that is Philip Watts. That is Philip Watts. Monitor Minister Watts. I met Ryan Rampasad as well, the councillor, just before I left. But, you know, I just want to tell those young people this, stay away from stupid people. Right? If you are wrong, stupid people, you will become stupid. They will contaminate your logical way of thinking. They will take all the sense out of your system. Okay? Please, I'm just telling all you. Because I'm telling you I can't do it, you know. Anyway, I'm going to leave it alone. Just leave the picture of the Prime Minister in church. You want to go into church, you know, and somebody finds something to critique about the woman in church, you know. Anyway, where's the first one I tell you? Alexander? No, the shooting in Chinapu. Run the clip. All I hear any screaming going on, right? And everybody screaming. Everybody trying to secure the life and that of the children. That is a children party, according to the reports, that was taking place in Chinapu. Right? You see all the little children and them out there? And gunmen still decided, we go and shoot a man today. 3 people were wounded. Wounded, I've heard of anybody dying. But 3 people have been wounded. But I'm just showing you, we're in a state of emergency. They have a children party in Chinapu. And gunmen roll up and let go some shots. They don't care. Just the other day, a man stick a gun through a window and kill a man and kill his 7-month-old baby. I ain't see nobody kneeling down in front of the parliament for that. It had anybody kneeling down in front of the parliament with their hand in the air for that? Nobody in? Silence. Gunmen pull up, children party. Anybody kneeling down in front of the parliament for that? You hear say nobody in Peter kneeling down, nobody in there. Nobody lives there now. And nobody lives there. Nobody kneels down there. Nobody. Let's quiet. Yeah? All right. Minister of Homeland Security, Ronald Alexander, over the weekend, is again begging the public to help police stop criminals, and he's unhappy with the murders continuing apace despite the state of emergency. I want to tell Roger Alexander this. You could ask the public all you want. The problem is trust and public confidence in the TTPS. And while the TTPS are now scoring some wins, and there are a lot of wins over the weekend by Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, those are the things that need to be highlighted and promoted, those wins, so that the public can say, okay, the police, yeah, they're working. Yeah, we're seeing some results. There was the brothel situation there with the whole network that was dismantled by the TTPS over the weekend. There was some arrests as well yesterday and over other parts of the weekend. There were tons of exercises. I think they held 11 drivers in South alone in the Southern Division for drunk driving and things like that. They will get the tickets and whatever. But you need to score some quick wins, and you need to get that public confidence rating up. Because you could scream from the top of your lungs all you want. We need the public help. We need the public help. The public is not going to help you if the police are not trustworthy and there's not confidence in the TTPS. You have to raise those levels. You have to get your detection rate up. And I know that your detection rate is directly tied to public assistance, right? Because without information, you can't detect, all right? Or well, maybe you could, but you know, with information it's better. So that is one. Two, what was the other headline? The 30 murders. 30 murders. No, give me the 30 murders. So the 30 SOE murders, and the police are saying that home invasions increase. Just the other day, a few weeks ago, the police was tooting the horn, saying this dong and that dong. Now, home invasions back up, and we have 30 murders under the SOE. So we're averaging a murder a day under this current state of emergency. Okay? And the DCP, Suzette Martin, is saying, we're living in a lawless society, we're in a lawless place, you know. I don't know, anybody want to dispute that? Not me. I agree. And maybe she herself falls within that range, considering some of the things that her name has been called in. But nevertheless, moving on. Marvin Gonzalez now, with the 30 murders in 30 days and 30 murders under this current state of emergency, Marvin Gonzalez says, go back to the drawing board. So he is saying to the government, let me get the go back headline now. They wanted to put it up just now. Slowly draw now, man. Right, go back to the drawing board. Gonzalez, the government on SOE murders. He said, go back to this crime and let us hear some of this crime plan that you all had when you were on the platform for the election and opposition. Because we haven't seen any part of any crime plan that you had, or you say you had. I have to agree with him, and I don't really agree with Marvin Gonzalez at all, but I agree with him. If you sat in opposition for 10 years and you know that the crime situation was where it is at, and you had 624 murders a year before a general election, and you had all of this crime out of control and these networks of gangs operating in Trinidad and Tobago, and while we see some things in terms of our relationship with international partners like the United States of America and things that may bring, that have been bringing some results in terms of the borders and so on and so forth, and intelligence and the radar system and detection and so on and so forth, there is still a lot to be desired. But we are not seeing any part of a crime plan that would have been mentioned on the platform. What we are seeing is declare state of emergency. And while you're declaring that, you're saying this is not a crime plan. Then, okay, if this is not a crime plan, it's like the nurses and it's like the president of the Nurses Association. You're complaining about overtime hours and workload, but you still want the overtime rates. So I still want the rates to work the overtime, but we trained. It's too much hours we work in. We have a crime plan, but we're going to call it SOE. But the SOE is not a crime plan. Well, what is the crime plan? You understand what I'm saying? So I have to agree with him there. I would like to see some aspects of that. And then Roger Alexander came and gave the first phase of a crime plan. Run that clip for me.
Parents of children. My first crime plan in terms of prevention is treating with the parents of children. Tell you why. You send your children to school. They never came up from the environment where they learn respect and to be authorities because they're not taking you on at home. So you send them to the school. You send the children to the police youth clubs. Again, they have no guidance at all from home. What do you expect to happen? And even if we take them here, let's say I have a counseling session here and I teach them what they're supposed to do and the foundations of life and all of that they are bringing. They're going back home to the parents. And it continues the following day, and the following day, it continues over and over. My approach is this, and you'll see it coming up in the next couple of weeks. As of Friday, we have a parental guidance because it's the first stage. I want the parents to understand what is their role and responsibility. Because when the time comes and they are now held accountable, they cannot say that the government did not do something or try. You see? It's about holding them accountable. Now the first thing they have to learn is what to do. Some of them just became parents just like that, without any guidance, without any support. So now we're trying to help that situation, provide some structure for them so they have a better understanding of it. That is the first stage of prevention of crime. My first crime plan in terms of...
To agree with him there, I think you need to start there. You have to start somewhere. And if we're talking about crime prevention, parent counseling, parents need to understand their responsibility, and I totally agree. I agree with a lot of what he said there. There are some people that they just became parents, bam, wasn't planned or anything like that, and they're young in their days and they just don't know what to do. And we've seen it in some of the stories that we've read, right? Look, we have a situation where the two young girls that went missing a couple weeks ago, 12 and I think 15 years old respectively, they bust out and leave home. They're living with their grandmother because the father in jail, lock up, and the mother, she palmed them off on the grandmother. She don't have time with that. You understand? And she gone she way and must bust out and gone with some other man because the children father in prison. And just a note to all those guys out there that like to be in gangs. When you get locked up, your girl is with the next man. Just telling you. They don't wait on you. You understand what I'm saying? You have nothing to give them. So they go on about the business, they find a next man, and they go on about the business honky-dory. They not you to study, right? Just like all you know now. All who like to go and make jail. Yeah? All right, so 327-7400. Let me get your thoughts. We have 30 murders in 30 days. We have a state of emergency. I am saying, and I said it from the outset, I said it last week and I'll say it again, and I said it the week before. If you are coming with a second state of emergency, I'm sorry, you got to go full blow. Curfew, full works, right? But I agree with this. This is where you need to start because you have to start somewhere, and that is part of community development as well. Morning.
Morning, Stefan.
What's up, man?
When you keep saying blame the parents, but when you take away the rights from the parents and give it to the children, you didn't tell the children that it comes with a level of responsibility, discipline as well, and respect. You didn't tell the children that. You tell the children if your parent bawl at you, call the police, like verbal abuse. If your parent beat you, like physical abuse. So you take the right from the parents, give it to the children, and now you want to blame the parents for the actions of the children. Why we not blaming the government for the actions of the nurses? We keep saying this is a political thing where they start to make noise. In 2016, 2017, 2019, 2023, the nurses were protesting. What they're saying is the government trying to settle negotiation from somewhere up to 2020 to 2025. What happened to 2013 to 2017? All these are things that were said, but we're not saying that when we call you.
Yeah, but hold on.
Yeah, go ahead, Stefan. Go ahead. Remember, we don't want to go over 1 minute, eh?
No, don't worry yourself, man. Well, I mean, we conversating. You said, how they reach 2013 salaries?
Hello. The last salary that the present salary that they're working on is from 2013.
Right. How they
That
came
is
to
what
work
the
for
man
that?
said. That is what Edith
Hold on.
Stewart said.
Right, but how they reached 2013 salaries?
Some negotiation probably was settled up to that period.
When?
But what happened after that?
Wait, hold on. Okay, hold on.
Budget. Wait, you wait.
Okay.
So if your salary don't move, that means your money depreciating.
Yeah, we know that. That's not the point.
So while we have a problem,
No, hold on.
For increase of wages. Yeah, go ahead.
You say somebody negotiate that. Who negotiate that?
The government that was in the parliament, the ruling government at the time, which was, I think, was Kamla Prasad.
Good. So hold on. So the problem is, let me deal with the real problem here. The real problem is that there is a habit and a tendency to delay negotiations and allow for bargaining period after bargaining period after bargaining period to pass. We could agree on that?
Yeah.
Good.
It happening up to date. Up to date it is happening. Some people do negotiation for over 4 periods.
Right.
And that is more than 10 years.
And now we are here. Right? You said that they protested in 2016, 17, 18, and 20. Did they protest?
17, 19, up to 2023 they were protesting.
Okay. To this level here?
You go back in your archives.
I am telling you. I am telling you. They had some protests, some very nice little quiet, nice little slap on the wrist protests, but nothing to this aggression. You go and find when they are. You go and find it for me.
But we cannot say they were silent all the time. If we are agreeing, regardless of how it was, if it was big, if it was small, if minority, they had something they were saying out. They were talking out. So we can't say they were silent all the time. We shouldn't say that. You could say what you're saying there. It was not our level. But you can't say they were silent all the time.
I said they were not as aggressive before. Never to this aggression.
And the other thing is, we're talking about the overtime, how they want overtime. I don't think that is what the guy said. He said they want them to work overtime without any type of remuneration. So you want them to work overtime for free. And this is why they're saying, if you want them to work overtime, pay them premium rates.
Nobody rate. No. The audited report said they were getting 75.
I deal with the audited report. I deal with what Edith Stewart said.
But you can't deal with what Edith Stewart said. You had to deal with. So you're taking Edith Stewart over the audited report?
Listen, no. I said the audited report. They exposed corruption in terms of overtime with some $30 million. Mm-hmm. What they're saying is, even some of the callers recognize that there's some nurses, and they call 2 places, I think they talk about South and Tobago. So it's not all the nurses were caught up in that. Edith Stewart said, in some areas, they have the workers working overtime for free. And if you want them to work overtime, then you have to pay the premium rates. That is what he said. Some people saying, we don't know where Edith Stewart making noise for because he is saying what he wants and this kind of thing. We need to talk the truth when we're speaking.
So, okay, well, what is the truth?
If I heard it, just what I told you.
That is the truth.
They have nurses working overtime for free. Mm. That is what he said. And he said that in the open. He said that in the open. He didn't say that under parliamentary privilege. So if he is misconstruing or misleading the public, then you could charge him for sedition because he's trying to create unrest.
Well, according to everything that I read, the audited report spoke to a $75 rate that was implemented. The approved rate was $60. The $75 an hour rate, and this was for pool nurses and their overtime. And that rate...
And who was responsible for making the payments?
Well, exactly, but we mentioned all of that. Somebody had to sign off on it.
That's what I'm saying. The audited report exposed corruptions, which is something that must be dealt with. It must be dealt with.
Well,
Once it's
then-
corruption, it have to be dealt with.
So you want them to
But
deal
we
with it
keep-
and still and do by continuing to do the same thing?
That is not what the man said.
Because all
He
they
said
do-
you want them to work overtime. They identified 2 areas, Tobago and San Fernando. That was how you should say, benefiting from that $30 million overtime.
As
it
far-
wasn't all the nurses.
All right, we 7 minutes on the call. All right, no problem. All right, 7 minutes on the call. So cool, no problem. Let me accommodate a few more. Because I'll keep going back and forth. As far as anyhow, go ahead. Morning, caller.
Stefan Rez, good morning.
Yes, I.
Stefan Rez, don't allow people to interfere with your brains too much. Right? Stefan Rez, I am calling you to tell you what a great place Olive's House is. I went and see my mother yesterday. They just take care of my mother real good.
Right.
Together with all the rest of people. Right?
Right.
And I am also calling you to tell you, I hope a lot of people that listen to your program, because Olive's House will take care of them very good when they get old. Very, very, very good.
All right, cool, man.
And most importantly, onto the political arena, right? Stefan Rez, I am running into real problems. Since last year, June, the government is owing me for some money work that I did for them. And I ain't seeing no sign of the money, no sign. And I'm running into some problems with my house and my car. So I hope to God that the government organize the business to pay the bills. Thank you very much.
All right.
And have a blessed day, my friend.
No problem. Yes, I. Morning.
Hello, Pleasant, good morning.
Yes, I. Go ahead.
Morning. All right, so I'm just making 2 statements. The first statement is, Roger Alexander asking for people help, right?
Yep.
How you can ask for people, how you can ask for people help when you're victimizing people? You're all in roadblock and you ain't showing no mercy against the public. I understand certain people are supposed to be penalized for their actions, especially when they're speeding, the drunk driving, the reckless driving. You understand what I'm saying? But it have certain people that you can actually tell them, well, all right, ma'am, for your own safety or for other people's safety, you need to put on a seatbelt. I just gave you a warning, go ahead, put on a seatbelt. You understand what I'm saying? When they're victimizing people outside there, when the day come to make revenue for the government, that is which part the problem coming in. You can't be holding roadblock after roadblock. College is not traffic warden. That is what going on outside. The police like local traffic warden. They need to get up off the tail and go and find the criminals and them go and search for the criminals. And they see this issue with the nurses. They're politicizing it because Penelope Beckers said how you can take away subsidies when they're still working on 2013 salary. If you understand what I'm saying. So if they're working on 2013 salary, why in 2015 when the other government went into power, why did they didn't raise the nurses and them salary? They could have raised the nurses and them salary. It's them creating the issue, them only on TV causing conflict. You understand what I'm saying? They keep politicizing certain things, they keep politicizing crime, they play with people's future outside here. And I want people to realize, and it has certain people so stunned in party that they're not seeing the truth. You could show them a red apple and they will still say it green.
Well, boy,
The
where you go?
apple red, no.
All right.
Hello?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the apple red and they're still saying it green.
Yeah, I mean, I could go back. I could keep going on and on with the caller, but look, I have all the information in front of me here, but nevertheless. All right, cool, man.
Yeah, blessed morning.
Yeah. Because I don't think he understand or he read that properly. Morning. But I could understand where the confusion is. The confusion is the overtime versus the pool nurses rate. But I'll explain that to him and anybody that has a misunderstanding of the situation. Morning.
Morning. It is why Lama correct that caller who no call it. Because apparently people in Trinidad don't realize that have different sections in the police service. Traffic is one section, so their job is specifically to deal with traffic matters. They will deal with other matters as they arise, but mainly they deal with traffic matters. And on top of that, how you can be victimizing somebody who not following the law? If you're not wearing your seatbelt, you expect that, okay, yeah, I have on my seatbelt today, but I hope any policeman go talk to me nice and give me a chance. No, it don't work so. You might find somebody who will give you a chance. But if you get a ticket, it's because you break the law.
Right.
You understand? And this other thing with the nurse and them, right?
Yeah.
The way the head of the association calling for Dr. Tim Gopi Singh head, the man never make a unilateral decision and decide to do what he do. There was an audit, and the audit exposed certain things, and certain people was eating our food. And now that the people who was eating our food, it bothering them, they want to come out now and vilify the man. No, it don't work so.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Cool. All right, I had to go to the break, but I'll take this final call here. Morning. Morning. Yeah, Kosa Nostra.
Yeah. Stefan.
Yes.
Yeah. You hear me?
I hear you. Go ahead.
Stefan, the people and them who high up in the government, them playing too much at games. The game starting from on top and it trickling to the bottom. Mismanagement's from on top and then up to the bottom. The government, look at Homeland Security, them people and them is not people person. You need people person to run this country. People who come now and meet the people, talk to the people, reason with the people. You understand? None of them government ministers and them in acting like people person right now. All them acting high and mighty, like you can't talk to them, they're too stush, and all them kind of thing. A hungry man is an angry man. So if a man is going hungry, and you ain't getting him nothing, what you gonna do? You ain't no opportunities, you ain't no employment, nothing ain't going on. The government and them, the high-ups and them playing too much games. The game started from on top, and it's trickling down to the bottom. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So that they stop play games on top. That they stop play games on top to straighten the bottom because the ground right now is sinking sand.
Okay.
Right? So this is my take.
All right, no problem, man. All right. So I got to go to the break because I got Steph Viola board coming up. We're 15 minutes away from the hour of 8 o'clock. And I will leave it right here. I ain't had time to go further. We not have time. We not have time. So we take the break, and when we come back, I'll chat with Seth. Stay tuned. Hello? Stefan Reese Productions? Yes, run Stefan Run registration, $200. Where you getting? Listen, people, we know that a lot of 5Ks these days make it about what you're getting. But at Stefan Reach Productions, we focus on what we are giving. This year, we're dealing with children living with autism through the Autistic Society of Trinidad and Tobago. We give to the athletes with the largest prize structure of any 5K in Trinidad and Tobago, from $5,000 first place to $500 10th place. What do we give? You get a t-shirt, you get your customized medal, and of course you do get a complimentary breakfast along with all of the other promotions going on that morning, including your bread. Yeah, you're getting your bread. So I will see you at Run Stefan Run Sunday, April 26, 6 a.m. at QRC. Go get registered right now. You can register online at trinbagoevents.com, or if you prefer to pay cash, you can go to Sports and Games outlets nationwide and get registered today. If you have any problems, call 345-3380 or 482-5531. And remember, sometimes the best way to get is to give. See you at Run Stefan Run.
Let the rhythm inspire you at the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival 2026. Pure Jazz. Tuesday, May 5th, Grammy-winning Esperanza Spalding. Then on Thursday, May 7th, Branford Marcellus Quartet. May 6th, Kingdom Night. Gospel Powerhouse Ty Trebet. Ada AE. Then feel the rhythm at Caribbean Fusion. Friday, May 8th, featuring the original Wailers with Al Anderson. Skip Marley, Cast the Band. Imran Nerdy, Dexter Daps. World Beats, Saturday, May 9th, Afrobeat sensation Thames. Princess Lover, X-Man, Lou City, October 4, and Ella May. The Ultimate Celebration, Sunday, May 10th, featuring the legendary Billy Ocean. Beverly Knight, Mervyn Wilkinson, R&B icons Brandy and Monica. Online tickets available at stluciajazzandartsfestival.com.
Earlier, you see this Lord Kitchener legacy? Get your tickets now.
On Saturday, April 18th, which is the 104th birthday of Lord Kitchener, come be a part of the Lord Kitchener legacy at Napa. A musical extravaganza celebrating the works of this grand master with proteges like Chuck Gordon, Terry Lyons, Gypsy, Pink Panther, Anselm Douglas, Young Breda, College Boy Jesse, and a chip off the old block himself, Colonel Roberts. Special guest appearances by the Lydian Singers and Super Podman Dane Gulston.
Backing band, the renowned Vince Rivers and the Soca Unit.
MC Alan the Entertainer. One show only. Saturday, April 18th. Napa. Showtime 6 p.m. Tickets $300 and $250 with a limited amount of early bird tickets now on sale at $15 less. When it done, it done.
Available at islandetickets.com. Crosby's, GAC Electrical, opposite Starlight, Diego Martin Main Road, Jumbo Foods Barataria, All Kenny Sports, Western Union, Tuna Boona, All Extra Foods, Supermarket, Athletes by the Park, Palini Drugs, San Fernando. For more info, call 491-1802. The Lord Kitchener's Legacy.
Josia didn't warn you.
Welcome to Antigua Mars. Them people have no behavior, they have no behavior. Welcome to Antigua Mars. Clear out how you know it's danger, how you know it's danger. When it comes to Mars, it was that
Ostomy care is a unique and intimate condition that can seem challenging for individuals afflicted by it. At Better Life Ostomy Care, they understand and offer a wide range of products and services that will allow ostomates to lead a better life. From colostomy and urostomy pouches, paste and powders, antibacterial wipes, Brava strips, deodorants, gloves, gauze, bed liners, and much, much more. They also have RN care available for ostomy home care with affordable starter packages. No need to look for nurse or supply. Everything is just a phone call away. Better Life Ostomy Care is located at number 4 Mosque Street, Caroni. You can call them at 308-6709 or 472-5878 or visit their website at www.betterlifeostomycareTT.com to find out more about their offerings. You can also write to them at betterlifeostomycarettt@gmail.com or find them on Facebook. Better Life Ostomy Care, servicing ostomates with a better quality of life.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Are you living with pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes? Manage it with the unique Jameson 100% complete multivitamin with 400 micrograms of chromium to lower blood glucose, lutein for your eyes, B vitamins for energy, vitamin C and lycopene for antioxidant support. Take a step towards a healthier tomorrow and make the proactive switch to Jameson today.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Leisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
Introducing the new Sun Mix Nut Bar. Available in 3 delicious flavors: granola raisin nut, almond cranberry crunch, and coconut almond crisp. All packed on a rich bed of dark chocolate.
Taste the good life, snack right. Taste the good life anytime. The good life. Sun Mix.
Sunshine Snacks Sun Mix Nut Bar. Taste the good life.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb bagging, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson provide consultation services in areas of diabetes detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Twin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
Feeling distance in your relationship or sensing someone interfering between you and your partner? Connect with Pandit Anirudh, known for powerful and result-oriented love solutions. His effective love spells have helped many reunite with lost partners. If you face family conflict, marriage issues, negativity, or financial stress, his strong mantras bring quick relief. Know what lies ahead in your love life and future through powerful astrology readings. Many lives have changed. Now it's your turn. Contact +1 868 278 0399.
All right, so we're back, and Seth Wyola is with us via Zoom. So we're going to bring him in one time because we're 4 minutes away from the hour of 8 o'clock. Seth, what's up, man? Good morning.
Good morning, Stefan. We Synergy TV.
Hey.
All of our viewers.
New background, boy.
Locally, internationally, regionally. Yes, I decided to make a little change to the background.
All right, nice, man. Looking sexy, man. Go ahead, man.
Excellent. All right, so let's get into it. So let me ask the viewers a question, a serious question. When people say they want healing, do they really want healing or do they really want relief? Because those are not the same thing, right? You know, relief is temporary, healing goes a lot deeper, right? Relief suppresses symptoms, healing addresses what is causing the body to break down. And that is why so many people today keep going in circles with their health, because they have been trained to chase relief, not healing. And I want to explain that through one anonymous story here. The story involves two sisters.
Right.
And this story, it could not have been more powerful, unless they were twins, of course, but they aren't, right? So here you have two sisters, same family, same bloodline, same broad disease category of cancer, breast cancer. Two different paths, two different outcomes. One of the sisters was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. At that point, surgery was being recommended. But before going through with it, she came to me and entered my nutritional therapy program. Now, my program is not casual. It is structured, it is disciplined, it requires people to follow instructions, it requires people to fill out the daily questionnaire feedback form. It requires people to track what is happening in their bodies. It requires people to follow clear guidelines on what they can and cannot eat. In other words, it requires commitment for those that have been on my program. And that is why some people find my program to be difficult, because they have been conditioned to want convenience, not correction. But this sister followed my program, my nutritional therapy program. Then she went back to the hospital for the surgery, because some people, like I said, might find it a bit difficult, so she decided, let's go back for the surgery, expecting the surgery to be done. And this is the part I need people to really, really hear. Before the surgery could even be done, the doctors found, to their surprise, that there was no cancer there. Gone. Right? Now let that sink in for a little bit. She went back for surgery, and before the surgery could even take place, the doctors found no cancer. Now, no drugs, no chemo, no radiation, no surgery, only nutritional therapy. And that is why this story matters so much. Because the story doesn't end there, because there were two sisters. The other sister also faced same cancer, right? But she followed the conventional route, which was chemo, radiation, surgery. And now after all of that, she's dealing with major health issues, including rapid weight loss. And that's what led her, through the referral by her sister, to contact me. All right? Now think about that contrast. Think about the contrast. We have two sisters, we have two paths, we have two outcomes. One followed the conventional system, one followed nutritional therapy. One went through chemo, radiation, and surgery, and is still struggling. The other followed nutritional therapy program, went back for surgery, and before the surgery could even happen, the doctors found no cancer. Again, no drugs, no chemo, no radiation, no surgery, just nutritional therapy.
Right.
That is not a small point. That is the point. Because what this shows is that there is a major difference between targeting a disease label and restoring the body systematically. That is what people keep missing. If the body is still weak, still deficient, still stressed, still overloaded, still breaking down internally, then simply removing something does not mean the body truly been restored. So just going to do a surgery and taking out something that is not going to restore the body.
Right.
And that is why my approach is systemic. And yes, it requires effort. People have to follow instructions. People have to be consistent. People have to observe their body. People have to report honestly. People have to follow the guidelines, right? People have to participate in their own recovery. As I mentioned before, this is the most interactive approach to healthcare. And many people struggle with that because we have been spoiled by a culture of quick fixes. But let me ask you something. If poor health was built through years of repeated damage, repeated deficiencies, repeated stress, repeated wrong input. Why would true recovery not also require corrective and repeated corrective intervention? Right?
Okay.
If it took a process to harm the body, why would it not take a process to
repair
help
it?
heal the body?
Okay.
Exactly. Right? And that is what many people do not understand. True healing is a process. You don't get it from a product. It requires effort, it requires structure, it requires consistency, it requires repeated corrective action. And that is exactly why my program is designed the way it is. But over the years of doing what I do, I have seen situations, similar situations more than once. In fact, many have even contacted you in the earlies, and you have read it live on television as well, all right? People have come to my program, then they come off of my program thinking it wasn't working, only to later go and do a test, Stefan,
right,
and find that the condition gone. And I've seen that happen with serious issues, including cancer-related cases, autoimmune conditions, diabetes, right? I've seen it with PCOS, endometriosis, adenomyosis. I've had people who go on and did blood work after coming off my program, saying it not working, then come back and tell me that when the results from the blood work came in, it was the best blood work they had in decades. In decades, you know. So this is just not about this one story. Right? This is part of a pattern that I have seen over the years.
Right.
And that is why I keep telling people that true healing requires a systemic approach. It requires commitment, it requires structure, it requires consistency. Because true healing is not about silencing symptoms. It's about changing the internal condition of the body. That is what nutritional therapy does. It works on the body's condition. It does not just chase the symptoms. It supports restoration, it supports repair. It helps correct what has been breaking the body down. So when I tell people that the body can do far more than they have been taught to believe, I'm not speaking loosely, I'm speaking from what I have seen. And that is why my work matters, because nutritional therapy is not something people are being properly exposed to in this country. In fact, I'm the only person in this country doing nutritional therapy. And I did not come to this approach by accident. I came to it because I saw what was missing in the conventional system. I saw a way of thinking that focused on symptom suppression, disease management, and temporary control, while overlooking the deeper nutritional and systemic breakdown of the body. That missing piece was nutritional therapy. And that is why my work matters. And people need to know that there's another way to think about health, not just symptom suppression, not just management, not just temporary relief, but true healing through a systemic approach. So if people out here, if you all are listening, right, and you all are dealing with a serious health issue, or you feel as though you are only managing symptoms without truly getting to the root of what is going on, then you have to ask yourself this question. Have I really been trying to heal, or have I been trying to suppress? Because those are not the same thing. If you want to understand the deeper reasons why the body breaks down and why so many people are sick without understanding the true cause, this is why I wrote my book, You Are Not Sick, You Are Malnourished. Right? Now, I know it have people that are skeptical. A lot of people are skeptical. Right? And skepticism is something I welcome. But let me mention this. Skepticism without investigation is reckless, right? Is reckless. You could be shortchanging your own self. Skepticism without investigation is reckless. This is why I wrote my book, You Are Not Sick, You Are Malnourished. It's available all RIK bookstores nationwide, Nelson's bookstore in Tobago. It's on Amazon, and the digital copy is on Gumroad.
Right.
Get the book, investigate, see what nutritional therapy is all about, and then take that step. And if people want proper assessment of their condition so that we can identify what is actually going wrong with them, and they want changes to be made to help the body truly heal, then book a consultation. Book a consultation. Nutritional therapy is not an option. People think it is. It's not an option because the body cannot exist without proper nutrition, right? It is the foundation of true healing. So it have my website at Wires Clinic. Dr. More people could call 279-3935, 761-1952. You could call those two numbers. And like I mentioned, have been mentioning, it is better to have the knowledge and not need it than to need it and not have it.
And not have it.
All right?
Yeah.
This is not an isolated situation, but this was an ideal situation for me to mention it publicly because it's two sisters. It's two sisters. So you couldn't get it better than that unless it was twins, like I mentioned earlier. And they both had the same issues, but one took the conventional approach and one took the nutritional therapy approach. One person, cancer vanished, no trace. Right? The next one went through all the treatment options, the surgery, the chemo, the radiation, and still have health issues today that they now have to come to me.
But
right?
did you...
People... Yeah, go ahead.
But so the sister is coming to you now?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
But then we're going to get a... So we're going to get an update. We will get an update on the sister in time to come.
Yeah, keep in mind, these things did not take a short span of time, right? Because healing, like I said, is a process.
Yeah.
So it took a span of time, right? And this is also what I mentioned earlier. It took a long time to damage the body, right? So it's going to take some time. It's going to take a process to heal. But people, we like quick fixes. We only want, quick fixes are only symptom suppression. So people want to come by set today and tomorrow. The condition must be gone. No, you have to be committed to the process. Committed to the process. I had people come to me after 3 months. I had a woman some years back, all right, diabetic. Say, well, after 3 months, I still diabetic. So my assistant called her in the 4th month, right? She had come off my program. And she said, well, her diabetes is gone. She said, but it's I who get rid of it because I just stopped taking the medication. Right, Stefan? Right? That woman was saying it's simply because she stopped taking the medication. That's why her diabetes is gone. Had nothing to do with the 3 months on my program where the diet changed. Right? Had nothing to do with that. It just happened to go because she stopped taking. If diabetes could have gone just for simply stop taking medication, everybody would have been diabetic free, correct?
Yeah, correct. Correct.
Right? So some people are just a little bit too hasty. You have to be patient with healing. Patience. Patience plays a key role. You have to be committed to the process. Right? The body has to correct things from hormonal imbalances to immune dysfunction, all right? It has to regulate all those things to build back up deficiencies. It has to fix back a lot of things that have been damaged over the years and decades.
Yeah.
Don't rush the healing process. My program, what I do, I coach you for you to reach a point where you no longer need my assistance. You can now handle your diet on your own.
On your own, yeah.
And once you continue that way, the body continues to heal. Right? But like I said, skepticism is welcome, but skepticism should always come with investigation. Don't be skeptical. Because I've heard people bash me, Stefan, and they didn't have the slightest clue of what my business is about.
Yeah.
All they just hear is,
join the club.
Guy is the front.
Join the club.
Right? That's why we're on the same program.
Join the club. I don't want to tell you, join the club, brother man. Join the club. Welcome to the club.
Yeah. They bash me and ask them what Sedwayo Holistic Health Clinic is about. They don't have the slightest clue. They just say, now you're doing something different from the conventional method, so therefore it's wrong. Right? Therefore it's wrong.
Well, yeah.
But guess what? I've gotten more reversals than the healthcare system ever could. Ever could. Because most of the things in the healthcare system, they tell you it's chronic, you have to live the rest of your life with it. And those are things that I have been reversing. Right?
Yeah.
So people, you all just investigate, do some investigation. And I wrote my book so that people can investigate. You go in and see what my program
The book is an excellent read, I must say. Excellent read.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
I put a lot of
excellent
effort into it.
And it's not a big, thick book.
Exactly.
It's so simple.
You see,
It's like a West Indian reader. Something
correct.
like that.
And I call it information dense. I didn't want to have too much of fluff in the book, which is unnecessary things that people would make to make up pages. No. I keep it information dense. I also take into consideration of people attention span. Right? So I keep it information dense, get straight to the point. In fact, that's some of the views that people have gotten. They like how I went straight to the point.
Straight to the point, yeah.
Straight to the point.
No beating around
Right?
the bush, no, yeah. Saves you a lot of time because people I sit down and I read a thick book, so you know what I mean. But the book is it's a quick read. You could read that book. I would imagine if you really take your time, you could read that book in a day. The whole book.
Correct.
You understand what I'm saying?
Correct.
Right. If you have the time, just go through and just read. And in a day you finish. You know what I mean?
So I've had people read it, and then they said because of how much good information it have, they've been in it over a second and a third time.
No, well, yeah, because
one day information to stick.
I think it's important to read when you have content like that. You got to do it over and over and over, so that it kind of stick in your head now. You know, because if you read it once and you put it on, you tend to forget. You know, but the more you familiarize yourself with the information, is better for you. So, yeah, it's a terrific read, and folks, you could get the book. You could call Set 76119522793935. Those are the numbers you could call, whether you're out regionally, internationally, wherever you are around the world. You could connect with him. It's on Amazon. It's in RIK bookstores nationwide and in Nelson's.
Nelson's bookstore.
Nelson, yeah, Nelson's in Tobago.
And then there is the digital copy on Gum Road.
Okay. So you can get digital copy now. So make sure, check it out. You are not sick, you are malnourished. I think it's very important. There's a reason why, look, all trainers will tell you, and doctors will even tell you, like even with your gut, like with me with my gut, right? Even the conventional medical fraternity will tell you that this is more diet than exercise. They said 70 to 80% diet in terms of what you eat, your nutrition, than exercise, right? Exercise is more for toning and stamina and things like that.
Like I tell people, exercise is a measure of performance.
Yeah.
Nutrition is what deals with health. Right? Exercise measures speed, agility, strength, right? But health comes from what you eat, right?
Correct.
That comes from what you
and that is basically the long and short of it. So, when you're talking about nutritional therapy, no supplements, no this, no that. Before it had supplements, women, what do you use?
Yeah. And some people are shocked when they see me in the gym and say, I use nothing, I use absolutely nothing. I don't use no creatine. I don't use any protein powders. I use absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. All right? And hopefully we do an in-studio session so people could actually see me, because it have some people think I'm overweight and stuff like that. So,
whenever you're ready, you come up here.
Yeah, hopefully I'll come here Tuesday up the road so people could actually see me physically.
Yeah.
Right?
When you're ready, you come up the road, don't frighten.
Yeah.
I know you're coming from the Southland, but nevertheless.
Yeah. All right? But I don't mind making the trip up once in a while.
All right,
nice, it's what, 5 years now? 5 years?
Yeah, it's a while. Been doing this. And I hope people take the information, man, valuable.
Yes.
So, Seth, thanks a lot, man.
All right, thanks for having me. See you next week.
All right. So that is Seth Weil aboard on the inside here. Very interesting story with those two sisters. And I'm telling you, that's not the first time. I remember the lupus patient as well, who was actually, I think, the president of the Lupus Association in time. And she was on this program. She went to get tested on the lupus. They couldn't find no lupus. And she gave a testimonial it had some backlash with that, but, I want to go into that. We got a couple birthdays. What? It's what, 2 birthdays and a funeral announcement? Huh? Yeah. I had to, I was supposed to do a blood test this morning now. Yeah. All right, yeah. So, refresh. Okay, a refreshing. Anytime I let me refresh because it had more. Oh, it had one more. Okay. No problem. All right. The funeral arrangements, okay, all right, you're going to something else. I was going from the top, come down, you know. All right, we'll go with you. All right. So we got to say morning, and nice to have you back live. We want to wish Aiden Ramkisoon a happy belated birthday. He would have celebrated it on Saturday. We love him and wish him a bright future. May God bless his steps in everything that he does. Love you from your mom and dad, Amit and Nicole Ramkisoon, your grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, and everyone else. So happy birthday going out to, where's his name again? Oh, Aiden Ramkisoon. Nice man. All right, so good morning, Stefan. Sending out birthday wishes to my mom, darling Gobin. As you celebrate your special day today, may God continue to bless and keep you in everything that you do. I thank God for you every day. You are a blessing to us, and we love and appreciate you. It's coming from your children, Tara, Indra, Shirley, and Ken. Also, a heavenly birthday to Harry Gobin, who celebrated his birthday on the 5th of April. Though he's not here with us, we love and miss him. So, happy birthday going on to darling Gobin, and enjoy your birthday. Also, birthday greetings to Celine from your mom, Maureen, aunties Joan, Esther, and Uncle Kamat, and wishing her all God's blessings. Have a wonderful day today with all family and friends. And they want you to know they love you. All right? Nice. And finally, we have some funeral announcements here. Funeral arrangements for Mr. Grant, Officer Grant. Just let me just get the correct thing here from Alvin. Right. Mr. Grant's funeral arrangements. All right. Hold on, yeah. That's not. Let me just get the... Right, this is Errol Grant. All right. So Errol Grant's funeral arrangements, he was retired. He used to be an assistant superintendent at the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service Mounted and Canine Branch. He was once responsible for training and operations. He joined the force in 1969. And immediately upon leaving the barracks, joined the Mounted Branch, and he has passed away. He also was a very important person in the civilian riding program, which started in 1987. All right, and he has done a lot of work there at the Mounted Branch. That will go on for generations to come. So we want to say to the friends of Errol Grant that his funeral arrangements have been finalized, and they will take place today, the 7th of April at Stanmore Avenue, SDA Church, at 1 p.m. All right? So at 1 p.m., Stanmore Avenue, SDA Church. And this is going to be followed by a private cremation in Clark and Batu for 5 p.m. Okay? So that is the funeral arrangements of Errol Grant. A man who has done a lot with the Mounted Branch of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. All right. So with that, people, we got to wrap things up for today and put it away. There were some other things that we didn't get to talk about that we may bring up tomorrow because we have Behind the Badge. Sergeant Greenwich will be with us via Zoom, so we can accommodate for phone calls. We do have Pastor John as well tomorrow, but we'll try to slip in what we can, where we can. Until tomorrow, do have a great day, and remember to be safe out there, and especially on the roads, all right? Please, take your time on the road, obey the laws of the land, and everything's going to be all right, okay? We out. Until tomorrow. Hello? Stefan Reese Productions? Yes, run Stefan Run registration, $200. What are you getting? Listen, people, we know that a lot of 5Ks these days make it about what you're getting. But at Stefan Reach Productions, we focus on what we are giving. This year, we are dealing with children living with autism through the Autistic Society of Trinidad and Tobago. We give to the athletes with the largest prize structure of any 5K in Trinidad and Tobago, from $5,000 first place to $500 10th place. What do we give? You get a t-shirt, you get your customized medal, and of course you do get a complimentary breakfast, along with all of the other promotions going on that morning, including your bread. Yeah, you're getting your bread. So I will see you at Run Stefan Run Sunday, April 26, 6 a.m. at QRC. Go get registered right now. You can register online at trinbagoevents.com, or if you prefer to pay cash, you can go to sports and games outlets nationwide and get registered today. You have any problems, call 345-3380 or 482-5531. And remember, sometimes the best way to get is to give. See you at Run Stefan Run.
Scandal in
San Fernando, you asked that we listen. Scandal in Citrus is coming back to South at Sapper. 2 nights only. Saturday the 11th of April at 8:30 p.m. and Sunday the 12th at 6:30 p.m. Tickets available at K Squared Fashions, at C3 Center and Brentwood Mall in Chagonas, and at Fens by the Roundabout in Marabella. Box office at Sapper opens from Tuesday 7th April, 12 noon to 6 p.m. daily. Scandal in Citrus is back, and we're at Sapper, San Fernando. It's a bacchanal.
Scandal in Citrus.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson, provide consultation services in areas of diabetes, detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations: at 13 Montague Avenue, Twin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Chaguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
Let's get it started. I say, whoa yo, also come and take a jump and let we start it by the drum, let we start it by the drum. Party on the road, there's a party on the road. Line it up, bring the shots and line it up. Party on the road, there's a party on the road. Look at lights in the back, watch my canal in the front. Party on the road, there's a party on the roadway. Come let we party on the roadway. Take a jump and let we start it by the drum, let we start it by the drum. Party on the road, there's a party on the road. Line it up, bring the shots and line it up. Party on the road, there's a party on the road. Look at lights in the back, watch my canal in the front. Party on the road, there's a party on the roadway. Come let me party on the road. So let me see your hands up in the air, wave them up in the band. People from everywhere,
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
Master Ganesh Bhargav offers powerful guidance for all kinds of life problems, doubts, confusion, protection needs, and clarity. His astrology practice comes from a powerful ancestral tribal lineage with over 500 years of astrological and spiritual practice. Bhargav Ji does not dominate or pressure clients. Instead, he focuses on fixing problems with care and balance. His reunion love spells and death reversal spells are designed to restore harmony and provide lifetime protection. This is not individual effort alone, but collective spiritual power working for you. Many clients notice strong positive changes within a few sessions. Call +1 868 347 2350.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsain, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed, fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, we can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secured parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet, located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
Greetings to you all in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior, the sweet rose of Sharon and the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus. I am Ezekiel Johnson Fort, and I am pleasured to inform you of the newest branch of the Christian Union Church, Trinidad and Grenada District, San Juan Revival Ministries. If you are desiring prayer, healing, or that closer connection to the Heavenly Father, then the place to be is at San Juan Revival Ministries. And allow me to ask you one question. Are you living a life without Jesus Christ? Do you desire freedom from spiritual bondage? Then the only solution to your problem is Him. In the book of Matthew, chapter 11 and verses 28, it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And this is mostly speaking to those of you who are Christians and you might not have a place to fellowship. Come. Fellowship with us at the Christian Union Church, San Juan Revival Ministries. Come, be edified and equipped by the Word of God, preached by the man of God, Senior Reverend Bishop Dave Donation. You will be empowered by the move of the Holy Spirit of the living God. Come and be comforted. If you desire to be an environment that shows compassion and care for your spiritual needs, growth, and development, then fellowship with us at number 1 Bagatelle Corner, Saddle Road, every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I look forward to seeing you there, and God bless you all, and may the peace of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, be with you now and always. God bless you all.